My name is Erik Swanson. My official title of my position as of right now is Assistant Superintendent in Education Services. What the position means is I support all the adults that are supporting teaching and learning in our schools. The classroom teacher is the most important adult in our system besides the parents. And so as you get from the teacher to the coach to the principal on up, I'm in the position that supports all those adults in making sure that our students have a great academic program. Well, there's two answers to that. There's the pre-distance learning and the post-distance learning. Some of the commonalities during COVID and non-COVID is a lot of meetings. Adults convene to brainstorm and talk about different ideas that we want to potentially deploy into our system to make sure that our teachers and our students and our school leaders have an even better experience in a Stockton school. I think this is my 22nd year in education. I knew in high school I wanted to work with kids. I didn't know I wanted to be in the school system, but I knew I wanted to do something with kids. So then when I went to college, I studied psychology because I thought it would give me a better understanding of individuals. I minored in sociology because I thought that would give me a better understanding in groups. While in college, believe it or not, I worked at a restaurant, Chili's, and I mentioned that here because what I come to find out working in a restaurant, whether that was me being a busboy and then a food server and then a bartender, is I really enjoy interacting with people, all sorts of people. I really get joy from meeting people and having conversations with people. And so that was part of the reason why, knowing that I wanted to work with kids and knowing that I really like interacting with people, that took me to working in education. Between college and grad school, I took a year off. I was working at Chili's and I wanted to just take a year off. So I took a year off. Then I went to grad school, and then I was fortunate enough to intern in grad school at a school. I got the first job I interviewed for, which is rare, and I felt very fortunate and blessed and lucky. But one of the reasons that happened is when I was interning, I worked really hard, and I always wanted to be really good at whatever I was doing. I think that's really important to understand. I think it's really important that in everything we do, the small things and the big things, that we try to do our very best in doing those things. And that shows a good example to our brothers and sisters, or our boss, or parents. But also for me, with that mindset, it put a good example out to my future employer when I was interning, and they ended up wanting to hire me. I think that's a really important characteristic that has brought me to this job. It's helped me to be successful along the way. There's no one right path to become an educator. It's your path if you end up being an educator. I would say that the only common denominator is you truly, to be good at this job, you really have to love working with kids, right? You have to love working hard to benefit others in their lives. And that's what I've noticed with all the people that are successful in this job. That's the path that they've taken. They followed that thread, whether that took them to a 4-year college, to a 2-year junior college, or to the workforce or the military, and then into education. And then just for any job, whether it's in education or whatever, my advice to every kid out there is the same advice that I give my own kids. I have 2 daughters, is chase your dreams, right? And as big as you think they are, go ahead and chase them, because you're only young once, and you only have the opportunity to chase your dreams a small amount of times. And so if you're able to chase your dream and land that dream, then you'll never feel like you're working when you go to work. And that's actually pretty true for me, is when my quote unquote holiday vacation ends, I don't wake up Monday morning going, oh, I have to go to work. I end up as excited on that Monday morning as I was on the Saturday morning, because I love my job, because I love working for all of you guys.